Today we're creating not one, but three beautiful home signs, each with its own rustic farmhouse style. I'll walk you through each design from start to finish, and by the end, you'll have three completely different looks using the same basic idea. One quick note before we begin, the third home sign was inspired by another creator whose work I saw online. I can't remember who it was, but I want to be transparent and give credit for the inspiration. So if you happen to know who the original creator is, please let me know in the comments so I can properly acknowledge them. Now let's get crafting. So for this first one, I don't have the footage of building that sign, but it was real easy. So that home sign came from the Dollar Tree. I just used some burnt umber, painted the wood. Then I used a doily that I had. I cut it up and I covered the letters. I took some twine on the bottom there you saw, and I wrapped it, and then I just took a sprig of some greens. Now here I'm taking another Dollar Tree sign, and I cut it down to size because I'm going to use it as the back. And then I did that trick with the twine for the hanger, and you put some hot glue, and then you put a piece of masking tape, and it kind of like adheres to it really, really well. And so that's what I did on both sides of that for the hanger. And then I just fit the top onto that, and I clamped it down really tight because with that twine on the bottom, it was more difficult to keep it flat. So I did put quite a bit of glue on, and then I also clamped it down, and I did leave it sit for a day or two. All the way around, I clamped the whole thing, as you can see. And so for sign number 2, I wanted to do each letter with some different fabric or, something. I wasn't exactly sure if I wanted to do all the letters the same color or not, but then I decided that I would do 2 letters in that fabric and then 2 letters in some cool different color burlap that I had. So I just started with that, and then I cut and hot glued the fabric onto there. And again, I know that I'm going to put a backing on this, so I wasn't real concerned about the hot glue not holding or anything like that. So I just put hot glue around all the letter and put the fabric down. This one was more of a fall inspiration type of thing. So I chose the browns and the orange and the yellow and the, excuse me. And then there's the final with the brown burlap. Super easy. And it's nice to be able to use up some of them scraps that you probably have, as well as, like everybody else. Then I took this Dollar Tree sign with the snowman, and I just cut off the little edges there you can see with my little saw, and it was a perfect fit. It covered it beautifully. So I did just mark up on top the open space so that I was going to be able to drill holes to put the twine in. And here I just used wood glue all the way around and just fit that sign right on there. And I did use a little bit of hot glue around the edges. And like I said, I just took and drilled some holes in there. Then this piece here is actually a napkin holder, and it is metal. It was a metal floral like leaves. And so I took 2 of the leaves and I used E6000 on it. And then I also used the little acorn that came on it, and I put it on there. And then I thought, I need this to stay really good. So I took the twine and I wrapped it on the bottom real tight. That's what I was doing there. Then I took more twine and I just threaded it through the holes that I had made. And I took some brown beads for just decoration, you know. So I put it on there, super glued the knot and pulled it so that it wouldn't go anywhere. Did that on both sides. Then I also did put a little bit of hot glue on the bead itself, and I pulled it through to the sign. I just didn't want it to move. And I took that piece right there and I just used that E6000 again and a little bit of hot glue. And I just glued it right onto the bottom of the home sign there. Then I took some more burnt umber and distressed all the way around the outside and around the letters. And then here's number 3. So this one, I took 2 Dollar Tree signs and I peeled off painstakingly, I might add, all of that top. It took forever. But then I ended up, once I got it all off and sanded down, I just painted it all gray. I think it's called elephant for some reason. Yeah. So I painted it all gray. Then I took the 2 signs, put them together, and I used sticks, like popsicle sticks. And I just glued that together and painted it to make one large sign. Because what I wanted to do, I needed a bigger sign than what I had, so I just put those 2 together. And then I painted the other side the same color, gray. And of course the, edges and whatnot. And then I cut the parts of the sign that I didn't need, the bottom, because it was too long then. But I ended up just cutting a little bit off the bottom or top, whatever. I mean, I don't think it really matters. And I did paint the home sign itself in white, so white chalk paint. And then I just hot glued that on. I just made sure that like the point of the M was over the line. And then I took one of those sewing wooden circles. I don't really know the name of them. And just went in half and did 2 like arches. One in the middle and one on the bottom. And then I took more craft sticks and I cut them to size. I think I needed about 25 of them or so. I don't remember exactly. I just wanted to make sure that they were straight there, and that's all I was doing. So then I just used the one that I had measured to measure the other ones. And yeah, I think I had, like I said, 25 or whatever. Then I used some hot glue on the bands, and I used wood glue on the side of each stick. So it sticks to stick is wood glue, and then I just put a little spot of hot glue on each band for the instant hold. And once I had it all the way around, then I measured the bottom because I wanted the bottom closed with sticks. And you can't really see it good, but that's what I was doing there, is measuring the bottom. And I glued them on, and then I just sanded down because it's real easy to sand that wood. Sanded down to make sure that it was just nice and smooth around. There you can kind of see the bottom. Oh, there you can see the bottom. Then I used that same paint that I used for the sign itself, that white chalk paint, and I painted the, I don't know, kind of looks like a fence or a flower box. I painted that. I painted the top and bottom. And I thought that the sign looked too wide. And I didn't like that. So you can see that I marked, after I get done painting, I marked the sign where I wanted it to be cut. Sorry, I don't know why I showed you all this. Anyway, there I am marking the sign where I want it to be cut. Because I wanted it to be, you know, wider, but not that wide. So then once it was cut, you can see it's I don't know, I think it looks much better. So I took floral foam and I glued it down in there, and then I took some green moss, Spanish moss, and added it too. Then I had some greens that were hanging. I don't even know the name of them, but they're just like a hanging green, whatever, because I wanted it to flow over the top like that. And then I took some boxwood and just added it inside to make it fuller. Then once I had all of that done, I took and just trimmed up the bottom so that it wasn't actually hanging and hitting the bottom of the table or floor or wherever you choose to set it, you know. I really filled it full though. Just wanted to make it look lush. Then I took that, I don't even know what it is. It's twine wrapped wire, and I bought it like that, but it kind of looked like a flower to me. So I took the green there, and I made a little bit of bow as well. Lamb's ear, that's what it was. I took the lamb's ear, made a little leaf, and then I made a little twine bow up on top as well, and I glued that on. And yeah, here I am trimming the bottom. And that's it for these. I hope that these 3 home sign ideas inspired you to create one of your own, or maybe all 3. I'd love to know which design was your favorite, so leave me a comment below. And if you happen to recognize the creator who inspired the 3rd design, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to update the video description and give them credit as they deserve. So if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me here at Gathered and Handmade for more cozy farmhouse inspiration. Until the next time, keep creating pieces that make your house feel like home. Bye!